and just to interact with the local kids. But they played basketball all night with the boys and had a great time. And one thing, so we traveled 19 years ago to get Megan. The biggest thing, because I prepared the girls for like the homelessness and the street beggars, that sort of thing. I'm like, and Louis put that in some of the emails and that sort of thing, but we encountered zero, especially in Beijing. That's where we noticed it 19 years ago. And it was no, and the girls were like, Mom, where are all these people that you're talking about? And we asked, the guides were like, when we were here, and they're like, no, the country's taking care of their people and having places for them to stay. So it was no longer an issue. And one of the biggest surprises, just to go back to your surprises, when we got to our daughter's orphanage, which is closed. And Louis informed us of that the building is closed, but if we were able to, get in, walk around, which we were, so it's an abandoned building. But when we got to, her, when Ben, our travel tour guide there, picked us up from the train at 11:15 p.m. and he was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and we're trying to figure out our time when we were going to get to her orphanage and just planning the day. And he said, well, and then we'll have lunch with her orphanage director. And I was like, wait, what? We weren't planning for that. And he's like, oh yes, I know her. So I planned lunch. So we got to meet. Well, I met her because she brought Megan to us 19 years ago. But just to have that one-on-one opportunity for Megan to be able to speak to the person who helped provide the care for her while she was in the orphanage. Megan was 18 months when we adopted her. So that truly was the most significant, best 3 hours of that whole entire trip. Megan so appreciated that. And again, that was a total surprise. We found that out the night before. And we had lunch, beautiful lunch. And again, just the whole tour. Louis was amazing. He probably was so sick of seeing emails from Karla Nelson when I would bug him about, because a concern, going back to the concern with traveling in China, it's 3 females. My husband chose not to go. So, I want the safety for my daughters. And I probably asked 15 questions, and Louis reassured me that he felt safer in China walking around in the evening than he would in his hometown of Seattle.
Yes.
And so that reassured me that we will be safe. And it totally was. The tour guides are always with you. And then we were out about in the city, after the tour guides left us around our hotel. Not one time did we ever feel unsafe or uncomfortable. I was probably nervous because I'm like, I don't know how we're going to get back to our hotel, but the girls are like, we got this, Mom, So we didn't get lost. We were well taken care of, and never felt uncomfortable whatsoever on that whole entire trip.